Dodgers ended their 32-year title drought, joining the Lakers as champions. Joining us now is former World Series champ Nick Swizzy. Swishing
What's up, fellas?
My dog. Man, we are living in a good place, in a good space. Lala is on top again. But before we get to the Dodgers swish, have to ask about the decision that will haunt Tampa Bay fans for a lifetime. Rays manager Kevin Cash pulling Blake Snell up 1-0 in the 6th inning after giving up just 2 hits. A-Rod called it the worst decision he's ever seen in the World Series. Help us understand why Kevin Cash made the move.
I wish I could, guys. I can't. I have no idea why it happened. I feel like we were watching the game just like everybody was, and I thought there was more of a chance of Mookie Betts being pinch hit for than Blake Snell coming out of that game. Right? I mean, just the way he was dominant, right? Mookie Betts has had a much better season against right-handed pitchers than he has left-handed. The top 3 guys in the lineup were 0 for 6 with 6 strikeouts. Blake Snell was absolutely cruising, pitching one of the greatest games in World Series history. And he got yanked. I think that just goes to show you analytics took a little too much in that game. I think as a manager, you have to have a good feel for what's going on with your guys as well as the numbers. But last night, Blake Snell, baby, he stays in for me, no doubt about it.
Okay, so the world is prosecuting Kevin Cash right now, as they should. But I'm going to employ you to be his attorney and defend his decision. Please try.
Come on, man.
There's got to be something. He was thinking something, Swizzy. He was thinking something. No?
You know what? I heard his interview after the game, and I understood his backing, right? Obviously, the 3rd time through the lineup, Blake Snell struggles big time, right? But they've always kept the cuffs on this guy, right? They haven't taken him off. Let him go. Let him run. He's a stallion. Let him get it, right? He's a Cy Young Award winner. And all of a sudden, you're going to pull him from the game and rob us all from the greatest 2 words you could say in sports, a Game 7? Oh, come on, Cash. Come on, man.
Hey, I feel you, Swizzy. Well, you talked about Mookie Betts, and there's no star brighter in baseball right now. Mookie won his 2nd World Series ring and his 1st in Dodger blue. So tell me, Swizzy, is it possible that Mookie Betts already earned his $365 million deal in just one season?
$365 million. That sure doesn't sound good, does it? I think Mookie Betts is one of those guys that he is a once-in-a-generation talent. And not only that, just for the human being that he is, the leader he is in the locker room, the things that he can do on the field, probably one of the most athletic guys we have to offer in our game. So to see him come over and be the piece that puts the Dodgers over the top to get them to finally hoist that trophy, like you said, Marcellus, 32 years it's been. I'm telling you what, man, I could not be more proud of the Dodgers. Mookie Betts, in my mind, has earned his money already and some just because of this. What this means to the fans, what this means to the organization, this is amazing. And Mookie Betts is loving himself some L.A., and I'm loving it. LeBron, we got Mookie. Baby, we doing things out in L.A. these days.
Oh, man, I love it, man. Let's talk about a future first ballot Hall of Famer in Clayton Kershaw. My neighbor, but he lived on the rich side of the street, like way down the block, way on top of that hill, too. But he erased some of his postseason demons and finally got the World Series monkey off his back. What does a World Series ring now do for Kershaw's legacy?
I think that solidifies him as a first ballot Hall of Famer, right? I thought he was a first ballot Hall of Famer before the World Series, but now it's almost like it was a rite of passage, and someone with 3 Cy Youngs and no World Series for some reason wasn't good enough to get into the Hall. Clayton Kershaw is a tremendous human being, a tremendous pitcher, and you got to remember for how long he's been doing this for. He's the face of the franchise over there in Dodger blue, and for him to finally be on top of the mountain, I think my biggest thing was watching him with his children after the game, and just the overall joy that was inside a grown man absolutely makes me so happy. So for him to finally achieve the ultimate goal of being a champion, nobody can ever take that away from him.
Well, nobody can take it away from Dave Roberts either. Swizzy, he came into the season one of the most scrutinized managers in baseball, despite winning 2 pennants and 8 straight division titles. How good does this World Series feel for him? And is he finally off the hot seat?
I think it's almost impossible to put somebody that had that much success on the hot seat. But no, his butt is ice cold. He is good. The only thing that's hot on him is when he's probably in the Bahamas for a nice little vacay after winning the World Series. Dave Roberts is a tremendous leader and a tremendous leader in our game. We need more men like him, and for him to also achieve that final mark of being called a champion. Remember, he won back in 2004 with the Boston Red Sox, but to see him get this World Series, 3 times in 4 years they had the opportunity to compete, and they finally came through. 3rd time's a charm. Baby, LA is on fire right now. Dodger Blue is loving it. What an unbelievable end of the season, man. I'm telling you. Baseball is fun, just like Brett Phillips said after Day 4.
Yeah. All right, Swisher. Chill out now. Don't say LA's on fire. You know, people could take that the wrong way. Stay on fire, too.
We're doing it, right?
No, we are doing it, man. As you just mentioned, Acho mentioned it, 8 straight division titles, 3 pennants in 4 years, and now a World Series title. What's going to stop the Dodgers from being baseball's next dynasty?
One thing, money, right? I just don't think you have enough of it, right? Think of the guys that they have coming up in free agency. Corey Seager's a free agent this year. Cody Bellinger's in a couple years. And both of those guys are represented by Scott Boras. And if you know anything about Scott Boras, he takes his guys to free agency. And most times, the top dollar usually wins. I'm just nervous. The only thing that could tear a dynasty like this down is money and the ability to go other places for more money. Sometimes you have to do that. I understand it. But in my mind, that's the only thing that's going to slow this franchise down is not having enough money because you have too many good players.
Well, they got their rings at least. Now it's time to go get those shiny
and you know
things.
That thing's going to be big. It's going to be like this big.
Big time, Jason the Beverly Hills style. Thanks, Swizzy, man. Enjoy your off-season, brother.
Oh, man, it's so good seeing you guys, man. Thank you so much for having me on, man. Keep doing y'all's thing.
Of course, bro.
Appreciate it, baby. Give me all that energy from Swizzy. I love that dude. Coming up, the undefeated Steelers have a huge matchup against their rivals in Baltimore Sunday. We'll tell you which AFC North team is actually better. Next.